I think it's all hands on deck. I don't know anything else I have as great an urgency. Healthcare inflation obviously is another huge issue. Not only do we have to address climate change, but we've got to help the communities that are most at risk. Not every town has a plan, right? You know, with a rising ocean, are you going to build levees? Are you going to move back? Or, how is each town going to address that?
What impacts have you seen in terms of climate change and sea level rise on your coastal community?
We've seen a lot of impacts in terms of the impact on the infrastructure and also the impacts on basically the quality of life of residents. We've seen increased flooding both in people's homes and in the roadways. We've been working to decrease that through various infrastructure investments and updates and maintenance, but we're still kind of getting a full picture on things.
So first, it's to be aware of it, look at where the impacts might be, and try to plan for it as best we can. And so that means the next thing that would be helpful is support from the state, rather than people trying to erode the building codes or get around the building codes, or not have setbacks from wetlands and low-lying areas that are going to be flooded more and more and more, to also look carefully and judiciously and get together on the fact, stop putting short-term gain at long-term risk.
Being on the water has traditionally increased the value of a home. I think how climate change and sea level rise has changed that equation is that potentially in the future, I think it may have a negative impact on the value of homes on the water. People are going to need to know that there's a solution to our sea level rise and climate change issues before they feel confident investing in real estate. And if they're unsure about that, and if the problem seems imminent, it may, in fact, have a negative impact on that value.
Certainly, any new construction, it's a requirement. You know, they're putting things up, elevated with breakaway walls and such. A lot of the building requirements do not, if you were renovating, does not require that extensive a change, but a lot of people, certainly you've got to have the pocketbook that would allow it, but raising up even period homes down on the point. For example, a neighborhood we have that's located in part in the AE flood zone, and you've seen these 250-year-old homes lifted up with a new foundation put under them, so that will get the main structure and utilities above the level that would make a big adjustment in their flood insurance policy, and also eliminate a lot of the risk that's primarily due to flooding.
Well, in Newport, it's the colonial architecture that really creates a sense of place there. If you go to Newport, you walk around certain neighborhoods on a quiet morning, you can almost feel like you're stepping back in time. You can get a sense of what it was like 300 years ago or 350 years ago. That's something that you can't replace.
The time is now to start making investments and looking for solutions for sea level rise because we can wait, but by then the water will be at our ears. So we're better off trying to find solutions now while we have more maneuverability and more time to make mistakes, because once the sea level is increased, we won't have time to make mistakes.